Agnew, please.
Thank you. Well, I see the room is slowly filling up, but still the attendance is pretty poor to meet a commissioner. And that might be the reason why I have to tell the following story. I represent an area in the United Kingdom called the Eastern Region, or the Eastern Counties. And there was a small firm there, and they made 4 items, one of which was a chair that could weigh people who were unable to stand unaided. So these were used in hospitals and old people's homes. This firm was doing rather well, because the chair was a fairly simple construction, and on the side of it, it had a little box of tricks, for want of a better word, with a digital readout as to how much the person weighed that was sitting on the chair. Pretty straightforward. And they were starting to displace a competitor, a very large firm from Germany, I better not say the name, who were getting a little bit annoyed that this cheeky little British firm was selling the weighing chairs more competitively than the large German firm. So the large German firm leant on the Commission and said that for health and safety and accuracy reasons, this little box of tricks must be able to withstand the force of an industrial electromagnet. Now, the cost of upgrading the little box of tricks was enormous, and the little firm in East Anglia simply couldn't do it, and so they discontinued that line. Meanwhile, of course, the large German firm were able not only to loss lead, because they had so many other products, but they were able to snap up the more superior boxes of tricks that were on the market anyway. And this is how the single market shouldn't work. But unless there are MEPs in this committee taking the opportunity to talk to the Commission, to say how it works on the ground, then these abuses, and that's what it is, these abuses will continue. And we have other instances of not being able to use copper as a biocide and not being able to put mercury into barometers. All of these had impacts on small firms in my constituency. Now, packaging has been mentioned, and this is a responsibility for the world of plastic packaging. I'm, of course, just becoming a little bit worried now that post-Brexit, whatever packaging British exporters use will never be quite right for single market rules. And, of course, that goes on to third countries. So what are the Commission going to do about cheap plastic packaging on imported goods which European producers and manufacturers are not allowed to use themselves? Thank you.
Mr. Agnew, I don't know that well your proposal or your example of a small British company acquired by a German company, but and I don't have that much to say about it. But what Brexit means to the trade, everybody knows that we don't know yet, but it's a bit weird thing where we are heading to at the moment. The future trade negotiation between UK and the EU is the first trade negotiation ever in any part of the world where we start negotiating worsening the situation in trade. So normally in trade negotiations you try to get better trade environment, but this time we try to make it worse. And that's kind of sad, but what you can do.